morning. It's about 7:15. Little tent held up like a champ, but still it's nice to dry it out and air it out properly, then it's not damp when it goes up tonight. So I'll try and do that when I stop for lunch-ish. Anyway, we'll see. Nothing left for a dry patch. One thing to think about is this has been my first full day with these new boots as well. So I had them for like an hour yesterday. They seem fine, but what can you tell after an hour, eh? What can you tell after a day, really? Well, as you say, boots these days don't need the same level of breaking in as boots used to do. They are still leather, so they will still need a bit of breaking in, I think, regardless what the manufacturer says. So I might end up doing slightly fewer miles today, and for the rest of the walk, basically. So this side of the field's interesting. The path you can see behind me, it's like it goes in that direction along, but this ridge with all these stones on, and the ditch, you can see a bit of a ditch, and then the fence on top of it, and on that side the fence just going alongside it. That's part of actual Offa's Dyke again. So we saw some at the beginning. Remember, just coming up through the woods, just coming up the Wye Valley, there was a little bit of it, and then not really any of it to be seen for a while, and then now we've found a great big unbroken bit, so it'll be interesting to see how far along the actual dike we walk from here. I remember looking at a map before I set off quite a way, I think. There's a signpost. What's this? Offa's Dyke dominates the hills northward in an almost unbroken line as far as Chirk, but going south from Rushock Hill, you will not find another trace of it for many miles. Only along the eastern edge of the Wye Valley will you again find a line of a continuous earthwork. So interesting. I think all that blue sky is getting blown in our direction as well. So walking through heather like this and having dry feet is a novel and not entirely unpleasant experience. The view down into the valley is not bad either. Okay, quick change of plan. Just came around the next corner and there's a great little bench right here overlooking, looking down over that valley view that I showed you before. So there's a little bench. So look deep into nature and you will understand everything better. There's that. So I think I'm going to stop here and take advantage of this seat. Yeah. Oatmeal with kiwi fruit and half an apple chopped into it, and some trail mix sprinkled on top. Standard breakfast. Cup of coffee. Cooking gear. I have only got enough oatmeal for one more day, for tomorrow basically. So the next town we hit, which should be kind of early afternoon, midday to early afternoon today, is Knighton, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm not sure how big a place that is, but it looks big enough that there should be like a supermarket of some kind there. So hopefully I'll be able to pick up some more oatmeal. I didn't realise I was running low. I obviously should have checked. Right, good little bench that. On we go. You can hear that bird song in there as well. Oh, it's really nice here. Oh, I know we've got a tree falling down across the path. Let's see if I can get through here with the pack on, might be quite fun. Or maybe go round. There. So this is just the track coming down into, what's it called? Lower Hampton, something like that. I'm quite glad I didn't try and press on to Bertha Fort now, because it's actually, well, I mean, I suppose I stopped for breakfast, but it's, I think it would have been dark by the time I got there, which having to deal with that wet tent was just you know, find somewhere to pitch in the dark. Pitching in the dark's no problem. Finding somewhere to pitch in the dark is always less than ideal. I still have no idea where this thing's pointing. I'm sure the footage is going to be completely unusable for most of this. Ooh, it's got a real, let me say, farmyard smell to it. Okay, this gate's pretty interesting. Check this out. You can see that? Offa's Dyke path, welcome to England. And then on the other side, I'm going to butcher this. Lyfr clad Offa, croeso I Gymru. Which I'm assuming says Offa's Dyke path. Well, I know it says Offa's Dyke path on the first line, and I'm guessing the other sign is welcome to Wales. It either says welcome to Wales or English not welcome here. You tell me. It's only mid-morning and the weather is absolutely glorious already. I think I'm going to be looking to stop somewhere and take some layers off pretty sharpish. So I just checked the map, and Lower Harpton, what I thought was a little village, is actually just that farm complex there. So I was thinking maybe I get someone to sit down, sort my layers out, maybe have a splash of water, but no. So I'll keep going for a bit. So I've just come through that field over the bridge, and then now the camera adjusts into this woods. I think we've got some climbing back up the hill to do now. But it's amazing the difference it makes being in the trees. When you're in the direct sunlight, it's baking hot. I was talking about taking layers off, and this is actually quite. It's not cold, but it's quite a pleasant temperature now. Hopefully not too far to go on this road. I think I see the sign just about 20 metres up there. Hopefully that's us. Yeah, I can see the acorn on it, see? Oh, here you go. This. Bertha wood. Coed Bertha. That's a bit better with that fleece off. Oh. Just to the side of the of Bertha now. Oh. Yeah, the trees around here are awesome. Oh, that was a climb. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what. I do notice the difference with these boots on. Going uphill, they feel a lot heavier. I know that's just because I've not got used to them yet. Give it 3 or 4 weeks of walking in them and it'll be fine. But whew, yeah, going from really lightweight trail runners to, yeah, these are fairly lightweight boots as well, but it's a big difference. That's an old sign. At the top of these ludicrously steep steps. Or at least it feels that way. A little bit more uphill, but not as bad. The views are absolutely worth it though. Just found this, crossing over this little stream just outside, well, probably an hour out of Knighton still. This would be a lovely little place to stop. The only problem is I just want to stop one time before I get into Knighton, and I need to have sunlight so I can do my tent, and this is a little bit in the shade, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah. When I stop, I'll have a think. Maybe I will, what I'll probably do is I'll go online and have a look at the place they recommended and see what it looks like. And it's a Sunday, so I might need to book anyway, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to eat there or just make some food I've got with me and I'm not sure, but if not, I can just have a coffee and a snack while I do my tent. We'll see. I think there's one more hill that we've got to go up and over. Right, this hill's bigger than I thought. I got about 40 minutes till I get to the peak, which is, you can't see, that's a false summit behind me, if you can see anything there at all. So I'm going to walk up to, just by the peak, there's some woods, there's a few trees up there, and obviously it should be a bit flatter up there. So I'm going to pitch my tent then, and then once my tent's dried and I've had food or coffee, depending what I decide on, it's about an hour's walk, all downhill, thank God, into Knighton. So let's do that. I'm not sure what this monument is. It's not marked on my map, so let's go and have a looky. So there you go. So Richard Green Price, first baronet, 1803 to 1887, and he was something important in getting the railway built from Knighton to Landrindod. A couple of cracks in it, looks like it's in better days. Yeah, cool. Anyway, back to the path. I did stop to dry my tent out as well, and I got some food in the end. So I'll be just looking to get a coffee, probably decaf coffee at this point because it's mid-afternoon. Just the other side of this little bit of woods, I'm being in town. I'm looking forward to taking these boots off and giving my feet a rest. Just off to the right there, you can see there's another one of these crazy golf courses on with loads of slopes and sheep all over it. So just coming out of Knighton, you pass the Offa Dyke Centre, closed on a Sunday, straight over the border into England. We're into Shropshire now, the Shropshire AONB. And I'm just going through this gate. Yeah, and I think I'm going to kind of wuss out because, like I said, the next bit after this is a big uphill climb onto the top, and one of my feet is hurting a little bit. I think I wanted these new boots. I think I had one of them laced up a little bit too tight around the ankle. So there is a campsite just at the bottom of this climb. So I'm going to see what that costs. Yeah, I found with campsites a lot of the time, if you just rock up and ask, you'll get a better price, sometimes a much better price than you can get booking online. Of course, the downside is you might not get somewhere to sleep. They might be like, we're closed or we're full. But in this case, I don't really care because, as you see there on the banks of the river here, there's loads of places actually I could just pitch up here. But while there's a campsite there, if I can get in there for like 10-15 quid a night for the night, so we'll see how that goes. I'll tell you what though, the water in this river, it's a river at this point, I think we are, in this river / stream, is really clear. I think maybe this might be the camping place on the left. There's a camper van parked up there. So yeah, I wimped out and got a pitch at this campsite here. I'm almost, apart from the the camper van there, the only other person here, I think. We've sort of got all this field. Yeah, so I'm gonna take advantage of one of those tables and just chill out for a bit. And the first thing tomorrow is that's the path, the path that you can see running that way. That's the path, and it goes straight up that hill. Which, honestly, looking at it, like a couple of people are like, oh, you don't want to go like straight up. You don't have to face the hill at the end of the day, and that's kind of what I was thinking. And it's probably the right decision, but honestly, it doesn't look that bad. But like I said, I want to give my feet a rest with these new. If I'd already broken the boots in, or I was still using the trail runners, even though they were falling apart, then I probably just would have pushed on and gone up the hill and pitched up there near the top tonight. But like I say, having the advantage of hot showers, flushing toilets, electrical points, water points, and not having to worry about getting up early in the morning is, yeah, it's just going to be a nice little reward for making it halfway. Right,